How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Dazza Koi pond. We're here again. Probably one of my favourite places to pop down and visit the guys. Dazza Koi farm. As you can probably tell with the backdrop, his garden's in full bloom and it's looking absolutely stunning. Beautiful. The fish all in the show pond, all looking good. We've come back down to have another look at some of the fry, and the idea of what we're going to do is go through the fry, pick out and select all Dazza's keepers, double check through them all again to see if we can find any more with any form of defects, faults, you know, curl gills, that kind of thing, and then select through for the ones that he wants to class as his grade A's, grade B's, grade C's, and any that will be left over will be available for anybody who might be interested. I did touch on this, and Daz mentioned it himself on the Thursday Night Live, and if there's any that anybody's interested in, I'm sure as we've had a chat, or as we have a chat with Daz later on, we can come to some kind of a price, set deals on so many, you know, whether it be 25 for X amount or 10 for X amount, whichever. We'll come to some kind of arrangement. Hopefully if people are interested and you're wanting some of them, we'll be able to get something sorted out. The next bit is we've just been to go have a look at some fish, as you saw from the earlier video, at oh, now then, I think forgotten the name of the place we've just been. Japanese water garden, I think. And Daz has picked himself up a new fish. I can't really see what is what in there at the moment because it's in a steamy bag, but what I can do is quickly spin this around and let you have a quick look. Now, not only has Dad's got a lot of fry from last year that we're going through, he has a heck of a lot of fry, and obviously they are so small inside here, they are very difficult to see. There are some slightly bigger ones in there that escaped the netting, so he released them all into this one. He has some of his fancy goldfish fry spawned in this one. He has some slightly earlier fry from earlier in this year in this one. Hopefully if we can move a little bit this out of the way, you might be able to see. See if we can get a few on shot for you. There you go, a couple down there. There's one just underneath here. There you go. There's a fair few good sized ones in there. And again, then, absolutely tons and tons and tons and tons of them in here. But that's nothing in comparison to the numbers that are in here. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of fry. Absolutely stacks upon stacks of them. So I would imagine at some point, if anybody's interested, and there are some slightly bigger ones again, where the odd 20 or 30 or so have escaped out of these holding nets into here, they are almost 3 times the size. But if you have a look at this, guys, just to give you an example, that is all you can see is just fry absolutely everywhere. Nearly every centimetre of this holding net is rammed full with fry. Absolutely reams of them. So I dare bet, and I don't know for definite, but I would be pretty sure that if anybody's after some grow on fry, Daz is your man. But we'll catch up with him later on, we'll have a chat about them and we'll see what he thinks. But look at this garden, guys, it's absolutely beautiful. Everything's in bloom, everything's flowering up, fruit's growing on, peaches growing up on the trees up here in the far side there. All the racer trees are all in fully, and I think he said that's a fig tree. I think it is. Look at the acer there, looks beautiful, stunning. But what we've got going on in here, there he is, Daz himself, the master fry catcher. He's catching another net full of fish for us to go through and have a look at and select through. I'll let him do what he's doing. I'll just give him a bit more room and a bit more space. But basically what we're doing now is going through some more selection again. I'm about to get smacked in the head or shin with a net here.
I'll show you this, Daz.
We'll pop one inside here now and we'll go through some of these.
This is amazing.
And have a look. There we
it's
go.
not a fish you would keep, I don't think.
Let's spin this round so you can all have a see, guys. See the pearl scale on it. There we go. This is the one for keeping. Like a pearl scale.
Yeah, that's one of the new sort of scale patterns from
Yeah,
Japan.
pearl, yeah. So if you can start breeding that type of pearl, that kind of ginrin,
That's nice, that, isn't it?
into that, because it's ginrin, then it's ginrin pearl scale, which that is.
Yeah.
And if you can, in the future, you never know, you get that up to 30, 40 cm, and it's got that nice pearl scale at that point, or it would throw some more into your bloodline.
Yeah. Some more of the ones here that we've selected out to have a look at. And that one's going to be a keeper, the pearl scale.
This here.
Quite a nice little fish there.
Yeah, so guys,
Selecting through.
have a look at that one, that's a big fish.
Oh, let's move this hair still in a second. That's a nice fish. Little different looking. It's somewhat, it looks a sage, but
Yeah, it's like a horizontal
but
aside.
it's like the patterns, instead of it being lateral, are horizontal. Something different, which is what he was wanting to look at and wanting to keep.
It's just question mark, but look at that belly on that. Assuming that.
And now this is one we've been calling squash tomatoes. But look at the belly on that.
And assuming,
And the suma.
assuming it's inky black.
Inky black, like Mick says. That it almost looks like it has, like it looks like it's got a pectoral missing, but it hasn't. It's that brilliant white against the background there. It's just got that one outline and the black on it. Yeah, I'd go with keeping that and seeing what it becomes.
It's not beautiful achiever.
Very nice achiever. Might have slightly killed gills on that achiever. Let's have a look. I don't know, not sure. Hard to tell, it's a bit spooked at the moment and flashing around quite a bit. But yeah, we've got all these to go through, and Daz keeps bringing back more and more and more, and we have these are what technically now these are the ones that we're calling
The B grade.
well, they're not even B grades, are they? Let's face it.
The pond fillers.
The pond fillers, and these are the ones that he's gonna. Oh, that'd be lovely, yeah. Hello. Yeah, perfect timing. Cup of tea would be good, mate. Yeah, two please. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. But these are the ones that we're considering, and what Daz is considering as pond fillers that he's going to sell off in, you know, I don't know, X amount for X amount of pounds. Just to free him up some space, give him some more room, as a lot of them have now been. Let's see if we can get some of these coming up, guys, so you can have a look at them. A lot of them now are starting to get some size on them because he's separating them out. Sorry, trying to do this one-handed is not the easiest of tasks. Put on a little bit of food in, see if we can get them to come up. They might be a little spooked as we have been rattling around with buckets and everything else and banging about here. If not, we'll definitely get these ones to the side of Mick to come up and have a nibble. These are the ones that they selected through on the last visit. Pond pellets all over my fingers, and as soon as I've walked away from over there now, they're all topping up like crazy and feeding. Oh, we've got a nice achiever coming in apparently. Daz says guys will like this one. There you go, guys, look. There's some nice fish in there. Nice big shag there in the middle. Some beautiful fish up and coming. Some more space for them to do a bit more growing. These little guys not so keen to come up. I think that was Daz just spooked him again as he opened up the door. But yeah, what we've got to go through is a whole pond's worth of fish and try to see if we can find something that's a little bit more special, and then thin the numbers out so that we can get some more growth.
Achiever.
And there's the achiever that's just gone in. Let's have a look at this. Very nice little achiever there. That's nice. I like that.
As we put it in Benigoi.
Yeah.
Right, so khaki with Benigoi. Not big little white tin, but it's not as nice. The colour's beautiful.
Yeah, it does stand out, doesn't it?
Ooh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it's one of those lemon harawakis again. We did have a lot of them, and again, that's another one with 2 gills.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is coming through the door.
Oh, hang about. Need to get out of the way again, guys. Daz is coming through. More fish coming in. Inbound. That was a big net for one fish. There's about 4, but we're getting down it now.
So there's a,
Oh, that is a nice asagi. Now look at that white stripe down its dorsal. That's nice. Oh, that's different. Very nice asagi there. How was that one hiding? I've not seen that one before, have you? I don't even remember seeing that. As we've gone through grading, there's a real nice lemon arawaki in here, but it's got roll gills again.
I think that could turn into a not too kawabaki, but
It could be, yeah.
what do you think about that? It's got that kind of look, hasn't it? In a minute, if I
Could possibly be, yeah.
It's like a shower type thing at the moment, but is that
It has got the,
little
thinking maybe a Matsukawa Baki Ginrin. Nice little fish, beautiful. I quite like this one. This has got to be a Kijaki.
yeah? Oh, it is. Look at that one.
Quite like that
Yeah,
one.
that's nice. Getting
Nice.
decent size as well.
Nice pattern on it. There you go. That's nice. I like that too. That is nice.
Thank you. Yeah, or shall I? Yeah.
So we've got, we've got fish coming in from all angles.
That stick.
That's nice. That.
Right, nuisance stickers.
But these are going to be, like we said, these are going to be the pond fillers. Nothing wrong with any of these fish, no deformities at all, what sort of shape or ever. Nothing wrong at all, just not what Dazza's looking for. He has hundreds of them, so these are the ones that he's going to be moving on, and it's not all going to be purely these types, but these are the ones. What are you thinking about going for, Daz, price wise? Have you anything, or would you rather have a think about it and come back to us later on when we pick up a video later?
Between 2 and 3 quid.
Yeah.
There we go. Between 2 and 3 quid a piece. If anybody's interested, you have my details.
But Gaz, can you make it clear that no fish gets killed?
Yep. In fact, just so you know, guys, again, as we've stated and as we've said before, these are all what we're considering bifters, killed gills, or rolled, issues or problems, short gill plates, and we've another bucket here. And as we've stated before, guys, none of them are getting killed. There's a gentleman that's coming to pick them up, and he is going to grow them on and keep them just for his fun and pleasure. So, again, yeah, Chiba now. That's nice patterning on there. That's got some nice stepping on it, hasn't it? Nice Chiba just gone in there, look. Yeah, that gill looks a little bit more short, doesn't it? If anything. Don't know.
We'll leave that till the next selection. We'll give it the
Nice Kahaku, that. That's a nice one that's just gone in there. That's like a... Daz, check this out. For a little Kahaku.
Is that a toothpick?
Oh, that one just swung through at the end.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah, nice. Pattern of it. Nice light.
This is a bit different as well.
Yeah, it's got the. Is that Coochie? No, it's not Coochie Benny.
It's
is it?
button nose.
Button nose.
Button nose, Coochie Benny's lipstick one, so it should be on the lips.
Thank you with a mask.
I like them, mate. I like that. They're nice,
I
aren't
like those. Yeah.
they? I like them when they've got white. Oh yeah, that very similar one just been dropped in again.
Solid one.
So we've all been to, what was the name of the place again?
Japanese water
Yeah,
garden.
it was the Japanese water garden. We've all been to the Japanese water garden. We've had a good look around. I picked up some bits and bats. In fact, we've all picked up some bits and bats. We've also been selecting a fish for a friend of ours. And we've come back here now before the Japanese water garden, having a nice dinner. And we've come back here to finish off the day in a perfect way of selecting through and picking fish. What could be a better... nice colours, but shame about his head.
Yeah.
Pattern was nice. I liked his
It
pattern,
was.
and it's Doitsu, but what is it? Doitsu.
What is that one?
Yeah, that's nice. Slight little split to its pectoral, but it's not all the way down, so hopefully it'll re-knit back together. See, I like them.
I like them.
because
think
they've got
they're
that,
colourful.
that glimmering.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of that one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you. That's got a crooked
His
gum.
mouth's wonky, isn't it? I was thinking that.
Well, there you go.
They're just a nice slate fish, aren't they?
There you go, wonky gob. Shout, guys, if you see it again, because there is one in there we've just seen with a slightly wonky mouth.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. It's got it's where its bottom lip's sticking underneath rather
Yeah.
than we know somebody that's got a fish like that.
Hello.
Oh, and as I was saying just then, There is a gentleman on the phone right here, right now, who is coming to pick up some of these other fish as we stand. So,
see you soon. Bye bye.
he's literally on the phone now with Mick. Oh, Daz nearly went for it.
Right, I'll see you in a minute, Ray.
Yeah, so we've got all these to go through. There's a biff there. But all the gentleman's coming down, he's going to be probably taking all these fish with slight defects. And again, the worst thing about most of them is slight gill plate issues. Ones which we weren't 100% sure about before, which have turned into, for example, guys, I'll show you just so you can see. It's got a slight rolled gill plate, nothing too bad, but it's taking up, you can just see there, this side slightly rolled. It's just taking up room and space and food that these fish and these guys can be eating to grow bigger. So we're just being a bit more selective, taking out more and more and more. I'm going to switch this over and put this oxygenator in here for a bit because they are coming up a little bit. But the gentleman's here now to pick up as many as he takes his fancy for. See, although this is a nice little fish, I quite like the pattern of this one.
Beautiful little fish.
You know what, right? We're gonna do a trial here, guys. See this little fella? I think he's nice. I think he's got a nice pattern on him. And rather than going in there, we're just going to put them in here with big ones. I'm saying, or the medium ones, and give him a bit more room, a bit more space, and a bit more room to grow. See what difference it makes for him. Because he is small, and he's done very little growing. But there we go, one of these rotten bananas. By which, that's what we're saying, just pond fillers. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. See, we've got wonky head on this one again.
Right. What do you think about this?
Oh,
Bit different to those ones. Look.
see, that is a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got a nice pattern on it. I think we'll put that in there and have a look at it, because you can see a bit better in here. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Because the staggered patterning that it's got is quite nice. But yeah, I'll put the phone down for a bit, pick up and record a little bit more, and we'll select through some of these and see what we've got at the end for you to have a look at. I'll get back to you in a tick.
Like that.
Right guys, well, we've gone through a whole load of fish selections again for Daz, and the good majority of them have now been moved into here and into the far one. A gentleman's come and taken every single one of the fish that we had with any form of deformity, and he's just going to happily grow them on and keep them for his own personal enjoyment in his own little pond. I'll spin camera around, let you have a quick look at these. As you can see there, these are all in there now. There are some good numbers and some nice fish and some good quality fish in there, all sized up a little bit again. And then we have the remaining of sort of like the medium sized fish, you know, this sort of size onwards, are all in here, but these ones have all gone down low. They're all down at the bottom. It is a little green, this water, but not doing many harm. You can see a good number of fish over there, Possibly not. I can. It's the light that's preventing it. So the rest of them are all gone in here, and what we've got left over and what we've got done for the fish that have not made the grade, so to speak, are all back inside here again. As you can see, there's not much you can really see in this one either, because we've been netting through this. We've stirred it up a little bit, and there's not a great deal that you can see now, because we've been dragging a big net through there to make sure that we got them all out. We may have missed the odd one or two, but the good vast majority have now been put through. So what Daz's his next plan is to do then, oh, this is one of his next plans, a real big pond for his male and female brood stock, which is going to be slightly below ground, raised out of ground, but you can see good sized pond area there that he's building. Bear me 1 second while I just check I've shut this door and everything's off in here. Yep. The next stage of what he's thinking of doing now is just for a sample and just for sort of testing purposes, he has banged out a good selection of fry into this temporary pool. So there are a good number of fry in there now, and with the amount that I was showing you there, you can see them all hopefully just down there on the edges, tiny little ones. So there's a good few thousand fish gone in there just to see how they do left in a natural environment. Tomorrow he's going to bang in an air stone and get all that sorted out. There's plenty of natural life in there. These two ponds, or vats, the big flying saucers, are going to get set up so that it can separate some of them, of the bigger fish, from the indoor bit and bring them out into these two, and that way then reducing the numbers. Filtration is going to be made from these. Reducing the numbers will then allow them to grow again a bit more. But check this out, guys, look. Ooh, little peaches growing on his fruit trees. Absolutely loads of them. Can't believe the difference in how much, just driving down here, that little bit makes so much difference to the area and the growth and the plants and everything. Everything's out and blossoming and blooming and fruiting up way sooner than what it is up by me in Yorkshire. My plum trees have only just nicely started to flower, and perhaps maybe some tiny little plums. What we've got here is a little selection of a few fry in there for me to put in a little mini pond and see if we can grow a few on and just see what they do, just for fun. Let's see what they do. What we've got in here now, oh, still very warm in here. I've been coming in here earlier on today, my glasses have steamed up. Dazza's setting up a spawn, and he's been out there and he's oh, it's all right, it's all good. He's getting this all set up and good to go for a spawn.
Just in case you get any jumpers in the night.
Well, if I pop this one off,
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
put that one on there.
On the stick.
And again, sorry guys, I'm just going to put this net on for him.
That'll do, won't it?
Yeah.
See if we can get it up and out of water.
He's handy, I think he's actually plastic chunky. It's down on a saw.
Yeah.
Right on the front.
Ah, so those you right, I thought they were.
I thought the shop bought, I did then.
Yeah, I thought he'd bought them so that they clipped inside it.
No, they're ready for whatever I spawn in there.
As you saw earlier in the last video, when we went to Japanese water garden, Daz decided to treat himself to a big fat plump female who seems to be rather full of eggs. And he's now also put in there with him, oh, with her, another one of his, I think it's a Doitsu, sanke, male.
No, that's a normal scale.
Oh, that's a scale. This one's a scale.
3 steps to hard tooth pattern on it, so nice.
It's coming out there now, we should be able to see him, hopefully. So he's in here now then for the spawn, and it's also in there with Mick Lawson's Doitsu sanke, which is known as Randy. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll live up to his name, yeah.
That's Dazza's fish now.
And he looks good, doesn't he?
He's good.
He's come very nice now.
He has.
He did have a little bit of damage to his pectorals, and they're all nice and healed up well.
His colour.
And his colour has come up a lot. His belly's come up sort of round. Yeah, it has.
I mean, that's on the tail section, the red there. I never noticed that before, but
Yeah. Very nice fish.
so they should produce some cracking.
So hopefully,
fry.
fingers crossed, the next thing we'll get to know is that Daz has got a sanke fry spawn.
Full sanke there, won't it?
Yeah, that's it. There'll be no watering it down.
Yeah. There'll be nothing else other than these. Are you going to leave them in until they do spawn?
Yeah.
See what happens.
The amount of spawn she's carrying, she's got to drop that soon.
Yeah.
So there's no point.
And
messing
actually,
about.
you're going to have. She's Ginrin.
Yeah, she's getting rid as well.
So she's Ginrin, he's Doitsu, he's scaled,
So you've got
and non-Ginrin. So you've got all three mixes there, haven't you? So you're going to get the best of everything.
Exactly. It should be a really interesting mix. That's what swayed me because she was Ginrin. I thought.
So there you go, guys. If anybody's looking for some nice fry, because no doubt, as you can tell, Dazza's got loads. Loads of fry. There's fry everywhere. There's fry all over Dazza's Koi farm. It's full of fry. So there might be some available. I'm not saying there is, but there will be some available. And there is actually, yeah. Well, while we're on the subject, guys, there is some available now. These are Monday spawning? It's only last month, isn't it? Oh, we've got the info somewhere.
About a week old, a week and a half on.
8th of April, was it? No.
Oh, yeah. 18th of May.
Here we go, guys.
18th of May they were spawned.
So there we go.
There's
There's the information. 18th of May, female mirror, Seragoi, Karashigoi.
cross with male Doitsu sanke, which is Randy, 2 Yamabuki Ogon males, a Ginrin Benigoi male, the scaled
Scale
sanke
sanke
is
again.
in there,
The
and a keeled Suri male, and a white
Ogon.
Ogon.
So there's a right mixed
mixture.
bag.
Yeah. There's a flock spawn, so that we can see now already there's white fish,
Yeah,
there's black fish, there's orangey fish,
As I showed you earlier, guys, hopefully those will
some
show.
are grey and white.
You can definitely see the amount of numbers of fry that's in there. There's absolutely tons and tons of them. There is, look, I mean, there is pure white ones, isn't
Yeah.
there, as well? Pure
Yeah.
whites, blacks.
So they'll probably be the Ogons.
Already getting some colours in there. But there are some escapees in here that are like 3 times the size. And believe it or not, there are 2 which Daz missed. Inside one of the vats where we've been doing the spawning today, and I kid you not, they're this big.
Yeah.
And they're the same age. A good 2 inch, it's crazy. And they've just been 2 fish left in one area that have been missed when he swapped some of them about.
An empty tank with no food.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Did you hear that? That was in an empty tank with no food, just natural wild bugs, daphnia, briny shrimp, mosquito larvae, and they've absolutely exploded inside. And again, look, more and more and more and more and more and more fry. So, if anybody is interested, and you want to get some fry, contact me. Email address is on my description on my website. Feel free to get in touch. I will put you in touch with Daz and we'll be able to sort you some out. It will be collection only. If anybody's more than welcome to travel, and if it's a bit more of a distance, I'm sure Daz might give you an extra scoop. So
Yeah.
what you want to sell them in? 200s, 250s, 500s, whatever. or
250 or 500.
any idea on a price?
Say 35 quid for 250 and
There you go. 35 quid for 250.
45 for 500.
45 for 500. There you go. If anybody's interested, hit me up. Comments below. I will pass on details to Daz. I'll get you in touch with him. It's not so much as Daz I don't want to be putting his details online. Mine's already there. It's purely with the channel, the website. Email me. I think it's GAZ. Oh, now then. I always remember. It's Gaz Koi Pond 1 or something like that. But have a look. It's on. I really need to learn this and get it down off by heart. Have a look on my on my YouTube channel. It's in my description on the About Me. Click on that email address, bang us something through. I'll forward it through to Daz, and we'll see if we can get some fish sorted out. Move some on for Daz, because he simply hasn't got the room for all these. So,
Run.
Again, we've got more in here. We've got more in here. We've got more in here. And again in here, there's escapees again, and more in here. This is setting up for another spawn. And these are absolutely rammed full of them. There are thousands and thousands and thousands, so he can afford to lose some. He took out a net scoop, like I just showed you in the other bit over there, banged a load in there today, and all you can see is frying there now. So it really does need to move some on. So if anybody's interested, guys, get in touch. If this kind of content interests you guys and you're enjoying what you're seeing, do us a huge favour, give us a like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and until next time, from myself, Mick Lawson,
Right.
and Daz from Dazza Koi Farm. Keep smiling, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Take it easy, we'll see you soon.